Hello, internet. I really want to make some music today, but I got to do some chores first. So let's get into it. All right. So, first, we're going to make the bed. I've been thinking a lot about how chores are actually very easy if you really want your place to be clean. Like, if you don't care if your apartment is clean or not, and you genuinely don't care, you're not going to want to do chores. And that's been my life for most of my life. I don't actually care if my place is clean. And, I'm not like some Jordan Peterson type guy that's like, you got to make your bed every day. I don't really care. But I will say, filming myself doing chores is a really good way to get me to do chores. I don't think I've actually made my bed since the last time I recorded myself for my last video. But you know what? I'll take what I can get a little bit at a time. A little bit of progression every day is better than nothing. Rocket is really getting intense looking at the camera. I think he just noticed himself on the camera. But I didn't want to move him because he's so cute and, I thought it'd be good for the video anyway. So I think he's going to try to get to the camera if he can. There's probably a couple foot gap between the bed and the camera right now. But yeah. So I really want to make some beats today. I'm going to stream today while I'm recording this, and I'll include a clip of it at the end of this video of whatever I end up making on stream. It's been a while since I've consistently worked on music, especially making beats, and I just don't want to force it at the time, I've in the past have forced myself to make beats every day, but lately I just make it when I want to. And I've been playing a lot of guitar too, so that kind of helps with feeling creative, but not necessarily having pressure to finish something or make something that sounds complete, if that makes sense. Just had to plop him over there so I could adjust the blanket. But today I really want to finish something. I want to start something from scratch and finish it in the same sitting, because that's a really fun feeling. And that's something that I've done a lot in the past with making beats, is getting the satisfaction of just sitting down and finishing something, because it's hard to write and record a whole song in one sitting sometimes, but sitting down and just making a beat, you can really just bang that out in one sitting and it feels really good to do. All right, we're about to cut to some dishes now. This is not the best camera angle, but I don't have a tripod for my iPhone. I'm recording all this stuff just with my phone. Eventually I'll get a tripod, and like I mentioned in the last video, I'll get one of those little clippy mics, and I think that'll really elevate these videos if I keep doing them this way. But for now, you're just getting the best angle I could get with what I had. So doing the dishes is something that I've always kind of liked doing, even when I lived with roommates and stuff. That's never been a chore that I've minded. I've always kind of enjoyed it because there's a definitive ending to it, if you're cleaning the floor, for example, there's always going to probably be a spot that you miss, or something that just is hard to reach. Unless you're deep cleaning, you're probably not going to hit it. So it may not feel as satisfying, but something as simple as just doing the dishes, there's a start and an end, like I said, and that's something that I really enjoy seeking out in general in life, is knowing that there's an end to something that I'm doing makes it easier to do, and it makes it a little bit more enjoyable while I'm doing it. Even if that end is not immediate, even if I can see the end way in the future, I still enjoy that feeling. When I was younger, I used to work at the Gap, which is a clothing store for anyone who's not aware, and I would work a shift that was 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I would basically do the shipment. We would get the boxes in with all the jeans and the jackets and whatever. And our job in the morning was to unpack all the boxes, get them all ready to stock onto the floor. And then once the store opens, everything's out. But sometimes we would come in, there'd be 5, 6 people, and there'd be 100+ boxes. So in that situation, it's kind of well, the ending isn't in sight, but I know there's an ending. You know, 100, like, eventually there will be no more boxes, at least for that day. Real quick too, I've been not keeping up with my chores, so there's a bunch of just like random drinks that I left in the sink and like just random shit that's not dishes, because I'm lazy sometimes and I just throw shit in the sink, which is not a good habit. But I will say, this is the first place that I've lived where I have a dishwasher, and holy shit, does that make a difference. Again, I don't mind doing the dishes. I don't mind cleaning dishes. There's even some things now, like big pans or something, I'll clean myself. But being able to just rinse stuff and throw it in the dishwasher and press go, wow. What a lifestyle upgrade that is. I feel super lucky that I have that in this place that I'm living right now. But yeah, I think doing chores and making beats, it has that same kind of definitive ending vibe. If you're making a specific beat, if you're doing a specific chore, you know that eventually it's going to just be done. And that's when you get that satisfaction. And that's something that I'm trying to remember more in my life in general, is that I actually do feel satisfied when I get something done. Because a lot of the times I think that, oh, what's the point of cleaning? Because it's just going to be annoying. I'm just going to have to deal with it. And I'm not going to want to deal with it. And then it's just wasting my time. But in reality, it takes time, but it's causing me to feel more freed up mentally and even physically, like space-wise, once I finish it. It's hard to remember that, though, especially, you know, coming out of like different mental illness issues that make it really hard to get me to do things. It's something I have to kind of consciously remind myself of every day, but I'm getting better and better at it, and I'm hoping that these videos will continue to inspire me to want to keep doing stuff like this, because you know what? If it takes me setting up a fucking iPhone and pressing record to get me to do chores, that's fine. I don't care. Like, part of this channel is I want to just document my life and like what I'm doing. So, you know, this is what I'm doing. It may seem boring, but I've watched other channels on YouTube where they you know, talk and do chores and stuff, and it really does help me get motivated. Like, just, it's like body doubling kind of, which is a concept, you know, a lot of people with ADHD use, which I think I might be the first person on earth to be tested for ADHD and not have it. Like, my therapist thought I might have had ADHD because we were just trying to figure some stuff out, but it turns out I don't. It doesn't mean I don't have like some qualities of it, but in general, I just don't have ADHD. All right, I think I'm about done with my dishes. Again, this voiceover setup is kind of weird, but you know, it works for now. Even this, I got these little pods. I don't even have to fucking think. I just throw it in there, close it up, and then press play. Well, not play, but whatever. All right. Time to make some beats finally. This was so cool. I made some music. Actually, let's go back to the first thing I made today. All right. So, stream was sick today. Beat number 1. Yeah. Nah, that sounds dope as hell. The bass sounds great. All right. Second thing we made today was all input from Twitch chat from you guys, and even some actual played chords from you guys. Like a stem was added to this beat, which makes it so cool. So let's listen to that now. Oops.